Here I am. Here we are. Yes, another week.
Hey y'all. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here,
welcome back.
We are back with more Hannibal, season 2, episode 9. I can't say things are getting juicy because this shit has been juicy for like the last 4 or 5 episodes. Very curious. I find this very interesting. After the last couple of episodes, you guys have been saying, I think specifically after episode 7, in the comments, you were like, you're into, I think you guys said 2B. So like, does the Hannibal fandom, they refer to the second half of season 2 as 2B? Interesting. The last episode I watched, which was obviously episode 8, that one was the ship, the horses. Ugh. That was a hot mess, crazy, emotional. It was a insane. I'm very curious to see the game that Will is playing, because it's very obvious that at the end of the last episode that Hannibal is fully aware that Will is playing a game and still, well, at least still thinks that Hannibal is the killer. Although I don't really know if Hannibal ever stopped thinking that Will still thought that he was the killer. I don't know about that. Curious to get into this and see what's Will gonna be wearing. How's his hair gonna be styled in this episode? Here's the thing. You guys were saying that he was going to like really kind of amp up the, I don't want to say gayness, because obviously Hannibal's got a little sugar in his tank, and he clearly wants to play with Will's bones, all the bones. Before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can get notifications for when I upload a new video. Check me out on social media. I have both Instagram and I have Twitter, and you can also check me out on my Patreon. You'll get access to full-length movie reactions, full-length movie audio commentaries, and polls to help me pick what I watch next, and more cool stuff. Let's get into this episode, and I'm gonna go in here hoping for positive, beautiful Will things. I don't know. I don't want people like converted into trees. Please don't dissect people and put them into display. I don't know. Let's watch the fucking episode.
Which answer is it you want to hear?
What's happening now and about to happen is an answer.
What?
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
I want you to admit what you are.
Must I denounce myself as a monster, while you still refuse to see the one growing inside you?
Is this a dream? He's tied to a fucking tree. What the fuck? Oh, this is totally a dream. That would be gnarly if this was real, but yes, this is clearly a dream.
No one can be fully aware of another human being unless we love them. By that love, we see potential in our beloved. Through that love, we allow our beloved to see their potential.
If this is Will's dream, is he like now figuring out that Hannibal wants to like lick his crack? Like what?
I promised you a reckoning. Here it is.
What the f was that?
Sacramonte omelette with liver and sweetbread. Sacramonte was the gypsy hood of Granada. I visited Granada when I was a young man.
How many people did you eat in Granada? Also, where the f is Granada?
I remember my time there so vividly, like I frescoed the walls of my mind.
I used to be afraid of losing my memory.
I'm curious what the significance is of them being on the right side of the frame. Both him and Jack are on the ends of the frame.
What are you trying to forget?
Doubt. I let doubt in.
About me?
About Will.
What? What does that mean?
I can no longer discuss Will's state of mind with you or anyone else without his consent. Will's officially my patient. He employs me now, not the FBI.
That whole thing is still
Don't like that.
Am I gonna make it through all these trials and tribulations and emotional onslaught that is this show? What the f was that? That didn't even look like a person. That looked like a monster. Wait, is this show about to get like supernatural? Like what the f? Excuse me. Please tell me this show is not going in a supernatural direction. Cause what the f was that thing?
I'm riddled with regrets.
Oh God, he looks so handsome. I swear.
I love this man.
I regret what I did in the stable.
Then you were lucky I was there.
Being lucky isn't the same as making a mistake.
He's got a point.
Mistake was allowing you to stop me.
So it's not pulling the trigger that you regret. It's not pulling it effectively.
Yeah, because he wants to f***ing put a bullet in you.
Adapt. Evolve.
become.
I really enjoy being this close to his face.
I have to have him.
Oh, I'm so lonely.
What did you see?
A missed opportunity to feel like I felt when I killed Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
What? Why would he want to feel like that again?
And what does that feel like?
I felt a quiet sense of power.
Good.
See, here's the thing though. I can't tell if I'm supposed to be believing what Will is saying, like if Will is actually cracking, or if they are potentially doing something with the audience where they're kind of like subverting their expectations, making us think that Will is actually starting to slowly crack again.
Say crack again.
Crack.
Like, oh God, now he's like, he wants to kill people. Or if this is all, the big revelation is that maybe for the next couple of episodes, we're actually going to start to be like, oh my God, Will, no, Will, we're losing Will. And it turns out it was all just a giant act to f over Hannibal. Will has become potentially like an unreliable narrator, but not unreliable in the sense like he's like on drugs or like crazy or something, but it's all just to dupe the audience.
You look familiar. I either know you or I know of you.
I'm the guy who didn't kill all those people.
I don't know if I want them interacting because she seems one step away from crazy land herself.
You don't recognize in your brother basic human traits. The tendency to see others as less human than ourselves is universal.
My brother is less human.
And you are less human for it.
Wait a minute. Is her brother the motherfucker that just killed the guy on top of the truck? Is it really like a monster? Girl, I don't know about all that.
Psychiatrists who dehumanize patients are more comfortable with painful but effective treatment.
I met a patient of yours. Wonder what sort of painful but effective treatment you prescribed him.
Yeah.
I do not want to comment.
You're very supportive of me killing my brother, and I appreciate that support. I really do. But I can only imagine what you'd be supportive of Will Graham doing.
I don't know, but I'll tell you this much. I am fully in support of her outfit. Okay, that one doesn't look that bad.
Found the same wound pattern on a series of livestock mutilations in the area. Visceration, dismemberment, yet everything accounted for.
Wait, is it a real Wendigo? Oh my God, is that how they're like? Please don't let this get supernatural.
This is an intense request from my heart. Please do not.
This is Kevin. Try not to stare there. Oder take him away from home.
This character makes me sad. Poor thing.
Bear, wolf. Do bears and wolves hunt together? I'm long enough, and they will hunt together, feed together.
Interesting. I wonder if that's true, because that's really interesting.
Animals, they have friendship, just like us. We're the same.
And he's friends with a rat named Kevin.
Man is the only creature that kills to kill.
Okay, so it's definitely a person, because those were like claw hands. What the f is going on? What in the jigsaw trap is this?
What? We're at peace now. I was just sealing the deal.
What is that? What is he making? Oh, it's like a... So wait, it's something that this guy puts on his head, and it like... Who the f comes up with this? Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, girl, you better run. Oh, of course she fucking fell. Oh.
Stand up! Stand up!
This is a horror show, so... What are you pausing for? What, are you waiting for the next day's Wordle? Like, get up! Damn. I will say though, let me say this. I'm assuming later on in the episode, they're gonna show a little bit more of like what the guy looks like, what the whole head thing looks like, what he looks like when he's hunting, because obviously that was like a lot of like snap cuts, so you didn't really get a good look at it. But the looks that you did get at it, it's very like Predator. And if the design of whatever it is awesome, this might be like one of my favorite bad guys. Because like conceptually, this is really, really cool. Damn, he looks good. He looks good in 2B. Damn.
Oof. A foxy man, okay?
Kill.
What? I'm confused. What's the significance? Pause. Let's try to unpack that. What is the significance of him? Okay, so I thought that like the deer with antlers and shit, that slowly like transformed into the Wendigo, right? But like that was supposed to represent Hannibal in Will's psyche, but he just saw the moose or whatever the f it is, the Hannibal caribou thing, whatever it is. He just saw that in his head during his little pendulum swing thing and was like, kill. So I don't know what the f that was all about.
It's not an animal. It's a man who wants to be an animal.
Thank God.
Yes!
Or, well, not an animal. I'm happy that it's not a supernatural creature.
His psychosis got inside of it somehow. Tamed it, made a suit of it. He's an engineer.
Yeah, I really want to see whatever the hell this suit looks like. So far, I mean, horrendous, sure, but the villain in this one, pretty compelling so far. And I also like how they're like saving it for later, because they haven't really shown it yet.
Can you imagine tearing someone apart? Or would you prefer to use a gun?
Guns lack intimacy.
You fantasized about killing me with your hands. Wouldn't that be more satisfying than pulling a trigger?
I think Hannibal just wants Will's hands on him.
When you sent a man to kill me, were you imagining killing me yourself? Living vicariously through him as if your hands tightened the noose around my neck?
He's very specific about Will's hands. Even putting aside from the fact, like what you guys have told me, there is quite obviously gay undertones here.
You must allow yourself to be intimate with your instincts, Will.
Yeah, it straight up seems like he's like trying to sexually manipulate him.
Someone affected by this kind of species dysphoria typically has other conditions. Mood disorders, clinical depression, they may not present at all.
So I am aware of gender dysphoria, but people can have species dysphoria where you like think you're like a parakeet?
Years ago, I treated a patient who fits the profile.
What?
This boy fancied himself a beast.
During our therapy, he reported a moment of clarity. He understood in that moment he was an animal born in the body of a man.
The creativity. This is very interesting. So far, I'm very, very into this villain.
He'd be a grown man now.
And as he grew in wisdom and confidence, he would no longer feel he had to meet his needs in hiding.
What are his needs, Dr. Lecter?
Clearly, it's to fucking, like, attack people. Also, there has to be some sort of significance as to why, like, if what Hannibal said is true, that he treated this patient way back in the day when the patient was a teenager. Now, I know that there is a little bit of suspension of disbelief that is required for the show in regards to the sheer number of serial killers that they just keep encountering on a consistent basis. I'm curious to see if this is going to require a little bit more suspension of disbelief, because I'm like, really? Hannibal Lecter, serial killer extraordinaire, is here and he just so happened to treat this patient years ago, and now the patient is committing all of these attacks and drawing the attention of the FBI.
Sure, Jan.
I forget where this is located. I don't remember, but wherever this fucking is. Are we sure that this place isn't located on top of a hellmouth?
Hello, Randall.
Dr. Lecter.
Ruh-roh.
You will always be ruled by your fascination with teeth.
That's what you said to me when they brought me in your office the very first time.
Hannibal shouldn't talk shit, because he will forever be fascinated with the taste of human flesh, so...
A therapist's life is equal parts counsel and curiosity. Set a patient on a path, they're left to wonder where that path will take them. You've come so very far, Randall.
What? Wait, I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
This is so typical of him.
So, like, Hannibal was like, what's the term? Nurturing this guy's serial killer tendencies, which makes sense because Gibb from Freddy vs. Jason, he's literally telling her to kill her brother. I'm curious how many other patients Lecter has treated where he's, like, pushed them to commit their crimes.
Your boy screams. That crying boy doesn't cling to you anymore. What clings to you now?
Honestly, this seems a little gay, too.
They're looking for you.
I don't think I can stop.
I don't want you to, but they will find you, Randall. When they do, it's important you do exactly what I say.
I mean, at this point, like, after Hannibal gets arrested, the fucking FBI needs to completely completely like clean house, hire a brand new staff, completely change the way that they address any sort of situation after everything that's happened, and they still have Hannibal consulting on all of these cases. And not only is Hannibal committing half of the fucking murders that they've, you know, found with his Chesapeake Ripperness, but like everything that happened with Will, and now he's literally helping all of this.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
Special Agent Jack Crawford with the FBI. This is Will Graham. What is that?
That is a cave bear.
You put together a lot of cave bears, do you?
I put them together, take them apart, put them back together.
But if a cave bear was a vegetarian, why is he trying to become a cave bear?
You have a history of trouble with things inside your head. Isn't that right, Mr. Tier?
Is that what this is about? I think I killed someone with a fossil.
I don't necessarily like Jack, but that little... I like that.
Do you know what it's like when the skin you're wearing doesn't fit? I know who I am now, and I'm doing much better. And I'm proof that mental illness is treatable.
Somebody lied to her several times.
I don't think so. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Hi. I don't know if you remember me, but I met you outside of Dr. Lecter's office.
Why is she here?
How'd you find me?
Well, as it turns out, you are famous.
You're not exactly anonymous yourself, Margot.
Sneak a peek inside Dr. Lecter's calendar?
That is exactly what I did.
Well, it's because he's a little sleuth.
It's cold. Do you have any whiskey?
I mean, okay. I don't know where Freddy's wretched ass has been, but Miss Margot over here, she is constantly fucking turning out the looks.
I said, damn, bitch.
I don't know what she's wearing, but she just showed up like, it's like a mixture of like Ben Willis and Pinhead. Love it.
What is the heir to the Verger meatpacking dynasty doing at my door?
Well, my brother's the heir, not me. I have the wrong parts.
Snatched.
Came for a character reference. What do you think of Dr. Lecter's therapy?
It depends what you're in therapy for.
I tried to kill my brother.
Is the brother the one that was like putting the little, that was collecting and drinking her tears?
I tried to murder Dr. Lecter.
Did he have it coming?
Yup. Mm-hmm.
More than anybody else.
Though I doubt that Dr. Lecter gave you the same advice on murder that he gave me. He said, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Now, like, let's be realistic. Will, he should have some recording devices in his place going right now, because that's clear-cut proof right there. Well, not proof, but you know what I mean.
You believe he's innocent?
I believe your therapy was successful. You can be persuasive. How many have there been?
It's a good question.
Every patient is unique.
Yep. This is starting to shed more light on even more evilness from Hannibal's perspective. Ugh, never ends.
Your psychiatrist came to visit me at the hospital before my trial.
Queen Bedelia.
Dr. Dumoyer.
She told me she believed me. She knew there were others like me.
Fascinating.
Ooh, that pissed him off. Did y'all see that? That pissed him off.
What do you think about when you think about killing?
I think about God.
Yeah, we knew that because you have like a God complex or whatever.
Good and evil has nothing to do with God. I collect church collapses. Did you see the recent one in Sicily? The facade fell on 65 grandmothers. Was that evil?
Wait, he collects them? Hold on, I need to rewind it because I didn't understand what he said.
A few moments later.
No, he did say that. What does that mean, he collects them?
Does Randall Tier believe in God?
Perhaps you should have a more personal conversation with Mr. Tier and ask him what he believes.
I would rather Will say far as away from the predator, thank you.
I've only come to offer words of encouragement. Revel in what you are.
I can't... Don't you fucking... All right, hold on. Let me think, let me examine, let me process, let me compute. Hannibal had the conversation with Will earlier on in the episode where Will was like saying the thing like he felt power when he kills. Like there was the whole concept of what do you feel like when you're killing. Well, we all know that like Hannibal loves to kill, and I would imagine that one of the things in Hannibal's warped brain that is preventing him and Will from, you know, getting together and licking each other's balls is the fact that like Will doesn't like the fact that Hannibal's a serial killer. So I feel like Hannibal is trying to nurture and guide Will like he's apparently been doing with all of these other patients that he's like turned into serial killers. So I feel like he's pointing this patient at Will in hopes that Will kill him. But I don't fucking like that. If Will gets injured, we're gonna fucking fight. No! No. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna lose one of the dogs.
Buster!
Not Buster! Oh, Buster!
No, you know what that means. Well, get back in the house and arm yourself. Fucking strap up.
Oh my god, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
Like I'm getting hot. Oh god, I have goosebumps. Oh no, oh no. Will, what are you doing? Baby, go back in the house. Oh no, it's weird, but like I'm.
Oh, Buster, is he okay?
I am stressed right now. Will, run. Oh god, run, 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 run. Get back in the house, get back in the house. Get back in the house. Close your door and lock it. What the f? He just, what does that mean? He went through the window, but like Will didn't flinch. What does that mean?
What?
I'd say this makes us even. I sent someone to kill you. You sent someone to kill me. Even Steven.
What the f? Even Steven Shia LaBeouf?
What?
Like literal chills, sweats, heart palpitations. My acid reflux is acting up.
What the fuck?
I have been put through the fucking ringer with this show. I love this show, but this show, honestly, and I am a person, I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen a lot of just movies in general. I've seen a lot of horrible shit in my life. The show is very, very emotionally taxing. The show puts your ass through it. In this episode, as soon as we got to this, you know, the last act of this, when Hannibal and the guy showed up on Will's property, I feel like I lost sense of like time. Like I didn't know how much time was left in the episode, and I like legitimately felt like I was on the verge of tears because like that's how concerned I am for Will. That's how much I am attached to this character. Honestly, like I know like it's the end of the episode. I'm supposed to like give my like was it a fantastic episode? Yes, but holy shit. I'm curious to see what they're doing with, Margot. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Margot. Presently, I don't know which direction that's gonna go in. I'm very, very, like, I don't know if it'll be expanded upon. Actually, you know, I'm sure, assuming it's not going to spoil anything. I'm very curious to hear what all of your guys' thoughts are on the look that Hannibal had when he realized that Bedelia had basically like betrayed him and talked to Will. Although, assuming that I'm interpreting that correctly, it is kind of interesting that she went, like Bedelia went and visited Will. Like, wouldn't she have had to sign in? I figured that given Hannibal's constantly monitoring everything, I thought that like he would have heard or like learned about that, but I guess not. Well, I mean, I was gonna say like, oh, well, no, I mean, this is like a medical facility. He probably can't like, you know, he doesn't have much of a hand there, but I'm like, no, this medical facility had a serial killer working as an orderly. Gideon got up and then abducted. Hannibal killed multiple people at that facility. Yeah, so that's weird though. I'm surprised that he didn't know that Bedelia had went there. But aside from that, this villain, I feel like normally I would say that I'm disappointed that the villain had such this, like, for me, a cool build-up. Like, I was fully prepared to be like, this is a top-tier villain, this is a top-tier villain, but you didn't even really get to see all that much of the outfit, and then he pops in the window and you didn't even get to see the confrontation with Will. Will just showed up with his dead body like, here bitch, you left this on my property, you can have it back. But because it was like, it was done so well, like what they did with the whole Will situation and all that jazz, I forgive it. I still think that that was a really, really cool villain and I would have liked to see more of it. I feel like he was underused, but at the same time, how it ultimately, like the end of the episode was such mindfuckery that I can forget that. I was considering potentially recording another episode after that. I can't. I need to be able to like have a full night's sleep, which to me is basically like 3 hours. I need to rest, reflect, reach out to my therapist. Well, first confirm that my therapist isn't a cannibal. Let me know what you guys thought about the sound in the comments, and assuming that my brain is still functioning, I will see you for the next one.